welcome back to our channel. My name is Pranam.
My name is Pranamya.
And today we are going to be reading these for the last time. So comment on all these videos, like all these videos, subscribe to our channel, and you might get all of these books. So let's start with...
Can we do this one?
Fine. Peppa's first sleepover. Peppa is going to her very first sleepover at Zoe Zebra's house. Welcome to my sleepover, Zoe says. I'll pick you up in the morning, Mummy Pig says to Peppa with a kiss. Rebecca Rabbit, Susie Sheep, and Emily Elephant are already here. I've got my teddy, Peppa says. Zoe has her monkey, Rebecca has her carrot, Susie has her owl, and Emily has her frog. Don't stay up too late, girls.
Can you need this?
And don't be too loud. Daddy Zebra has to get up early to deliver the post. Mummy Zebra says as she turns out the lights. Zoe's baby twin sisters, Zuzu and Zaza, want to join the sleepover too. Sleepovers are only for big girls, Zoe says. The twins begin to cry. They're so sweet and little, Peppa says. Can they stay? Rebecca asks. Okay, Zoe says to the twins. But you must not fall asleep. What should we do first? Susie asks. I'm having piano lessons. Listen. Zoe starts to pound on the keys. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Mummy Zebra has woken up. Shh, you must be quiet so Daddy Zebra can sleep. Now into your sleeping bags, please. Snort. What do we do now? Peppa asks. At sleepovers, there's always a midnight feast. Zoe says, it's when we eat things. Susie says in a hushed voice, in secrets. Shh, Zoe says as she leads the girls to the kitchen. They each grab some delicious fruit, perfect for a midnight feast. The floorboard creaks. Oh no, Mummy Zebra has woken up. You'll wake Daddy Zebra. Now, who knows a bedtime story? The girls take turns. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy. Susie begins, and she lived in the forest. Peppa continues. And the fairy met a big monster who went, roar! Emily says with a big elephant trumpet noise. Oh dear, the noise has woken Daddy Zebra. Sorry, Daddy, Zoe says. There is a story about a fairy and a scary monster. And we want to know what happened next, Peppa says. Very well, Daddy Zebra sighs. The monster lifted up his great big hairy paws and walked along on his great big hairy feet and sang, Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Daddy Zebra sings gently as he plays the piano. Daddy Zebra's song has sent everyone to sleep. So now let's go on to the next book. Peppa goes swimming. Peppa goes swimming. It's a lovely sunny day and Peppa and her family are at the swimming pool. Peppa, George, let Daddy put on your armbands, snorts Mummy Pig. Today is George's first time at the pool, and he's a bit scared of getting in. Why don't you just put one foot in the water, suggests Daddy Pig. Maybe George should try both feet at the same time, says Mummy Pig. Splash! Mummy Pig convinces George to jump into the water, and he loves it. Grunt, hee hee, snort, shouts George happily. Ho ho, well done, George, snorts Daddy Pig. Here is Rebecca Rabbit with her brother, Richard, and their mummy. Hello, everyone, cries Rebecca. Squeak, squeak, says Richard. Richard, hold on to this float, and you can practice kicking on your legs, says Mummy Rabbit. George, would you like to try kicking your legs? Asks Mummy Pig. Hee hee, float, snort, giggles George. Ho ho, very good, laughs Daddy Pig, but please try not to splash. Grunt, big children don't splash, adds Peppa. Big children are very good at swimming, snorts Peppa. When George and Richard are older, they'll be able to swim like us, won't they, Rebecca? Yes, says Rebecca, as she watches the boys kicking. Peppa and Rebecca race each other up and down the pool with their armbands on. They are having lots of fun swimming and splashing in the water. Oops, Richard has dropped his toy watering can into the pool. Mummy, wah, cries Richard. Sorry, Richard, I can't reach it. It's too far away. It's too far down, says Mummy Rabbit. Luckily, Daddy Pig is an excellent swimmer. He takes off his glasses and dives down to get it. Ho ho, there you go, snorts Daddy Pig. Squeak, 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 says Richard. Well done, Daddy, smiles Mummy Pig. Oh dear, now Richard is soaking Daddy Pig with the watering can. What a naughty rabbit. Hee hee hee. George thinks it's hilarious. Everyone has had a wonderful day at the pool. Now let's read the next book. Now let's read George Catches a Cold. George catches a cold. Mummy Pig has said Peppa and George can play in the rain, but they must wear rain clothes to keep them dry. But George hates wearing his rain hat, so he has thrown it in a muddy puddle. Hee hee. George, grunt. Come inside, children, calls Daddy Pig. It's raining very hard now. Where's your hat, George? Asks Mummy Pig. Achoo, replies George. Oh dear, George George has caught a cold. Achoo! George cannot stop sneezing. Poor little George, says Mummy Pig. You don't look very well. Grunt. I'll call Dr. Brown Bear, says Daddy Pig. Will George go to hospital? Asks Peppa. No, George has to go to bed, replies Daddy. So George is not properly ill then, says Peppa, disappointed. George, George, you have to stay in bed until you are better, says Daddy Pig. Why? Asks George. Because you have to keep warm, says Daddy. Dr. Brown Bear is here to see George. Open wide and say, ah, he says. George is a little bit worried. He is hiding under his sheets with Mr. Dinosaur. George finally comes out from under his sheets and opens his mouth wide for Dr. Brown Bear to have a look inside. Ah! George has caught a cold, says Dr. Brown Bear. He can have some warm milk at bedtime to help him sleep. Thank you, Dr. Brown Bear, says Mummy Pig. You're welcome. Goodbye, says Dr. Brown Bear before driving off in his special white car. The next morning, George wakes up early. The warm milk made him sleep very well. Roar, cries George. He is feeling much better. It's a lovely sunny day, but George is wearing his rain hat. He doesn't want to catch another cold. Hee hee hee. Oh, George, you don't need to wear your hat when it's warm and sunny. When it is warm and sunny, Mummy Pig tells him. Hee hee hee. Everyone laughs. Now we've finished reading George Catches a Cold. Now let's read George's first day at Playgroup. George's first day at Playgroup. Today is George's first day at Playgroup. Isn't George too small for Playgroup? Asked Peppa. You can look after him, says Daddy Pig. Peppa isn't sure she wants George at her playgroup, but she likes the idea of looking after him. Are you sure George is big enough? Peppa asks when they arrive. Yes, he'll be fine, replies Daddy Pig. Okay, he can come, says Peppa. She holds onto George's hand. Grunt, grunt, snorts George, jumping up and down. Here is Madame Gazelle, Peppa's playgroup teacher. She looks after Peppa and her friends. Madame Gazelle tells the children that George is coming to play. The children are very excited about meeting Peppa's little brother. This is my little brother, George, cries Peppa. Grrr, dinosaur, growls George. Hee hee hee, everyone laughs. I wish I had a little brother like George, baws Shoozy Sheep. George shakes his toy, Mr. Dinosaur, at Madame Gazelle. Grrr, dinosaur. Ah, really scary, laughs Madame Gazelle. Peppa is proud of George making everyone laugh. George is my little brother. He's brilliant, she says.
I think over here he missed a page. this one.
I just read it. I read it just now. And yep. Shall we show George how to paint pictures? Madame Gazelle asks the children. George is not very good at painting, says Peppa, but I can show him how to paint a flower. Watch me, George, snorts Peppa. First you paint a big circle. Peppa carefully dips her brush into a pot of pink paint and draws a big pink circle right in the middle of her paper. George draws a big green circle. No, George, that's the wrong color, snorts Peppa. Watch me. Peppa makes yellow petal shapes. Green paints a green zigzag. George, that's the wrong shape, says Peppa. Peppa admires her flower painting. Perfect, she says happily. George is still painting. Instead of a stalk and leaves, he has painted another circle with 5 lines sticking out from it. You are doing it all wrong, says Peppa. I've painted a flower, says Peppa. Very good, Peppa, smiles Madame Gazelle. And look, George has painted a dinosaur. Madame Gazelle sticks Peppa and George's pictures on the wall. Now it's time to go home. What will you paint next time, George? Asks Madame Gazelle. Dinosaur, grr, grr, giggles George. Hee hee hee, everyone laughs. Now let's read the last book. Now we've finished George's first day at Playgroup. Now let's read
Fun at the Fair.
Yep. Fun at the Fair. Fun at the Fair. Today Pepper and her family are at the fun fair. Snort, slidey, slidey, giggles George. George wants to go on the helter-skelter, says Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig and George head off to the helter-skelter. Roll up, cries Miss Rabbit. Hook a duck and win a giant teddy. I'll try to win one for you, Peppa, says Mummy Pig, but I don't think it's that easy. It's impossible, laughs Miss Rabbit. Well, we'll see about that, cries Mummy Pig. Splash! Splush! Mummy Pig has hooked a duck. Hooray! Cheers Peppa. That's amazing, cries Miss Rabbit. Here's your giant teddy. Wouldn't you like a little teddy instead, Peppa? No way, giggles Peppa happily. George and Daddy Pig are at the helter-skelter. It's a bit high, George. Are you sure you want to have a go? Asks Daddy Pig. George giggles and runs up the stairs to the top. It's a bit too high, and George starts to cry. Don't worry, George, I'll come up with you, says Daddy Pig. Hee hee, whee, cries George, sliding all the way down the helter-skelter. Now George is having too much fun to be scared. It is a bit high, says Daddy Pig nervously. Daddy Pig is more scared than George. Oops, Daddy Pig slips down the slide. Whoa! Peppa and Mummy Pig are at the hit the target stall. You can do that easily, Mummy, says Peppa. Ho, ho, you won't win, laughs Mr. Labrador. Women are useless at this. What did you say? says Mummy Pig crossly. She picks up the bow and arrow and aims. Whoosh! The arrow hits the target right in the middle. Mummy Pig wins again. Unbelievable, cries Miss Labrador. Here's your teddy. Hooray, cheers Peppa. Now she has 2 giant teddies. Daddy Pig and George are riding on the big wheel. George loves it, but Daddy Pig is a little bit scared. This really is high, says Daddy Pig as the big wheel goes round and round. Hee hee, snort, giggles George. Daddy Pig and George find Peppa and Mummy Pig. Hit this button with a hammer, says Mr. Bull. If the bell rings, you win a prize. I'll have a go, says Daddy Pig. Stand back. I think you're a bit wobbly from the big wheel, says Mummy Pig. Ho ho, laughs Mr. Bull. Daddy Pig is looking a bit shaky. What? Says Mummy Pig crossly. Give me that hammer. Whack! Mummy Pig hits the button as hard as she can. The bell rings loudly. Ding, ding, ding. Everyone is very impressed. Mummy Pig wins all the giant teddies at the fair. Hooray, cheers Peppa, and she gives all of her friends 1 giant teddy bear each. Hooray, everyone cheers. We love fun fairs. Now we are done reading all of the books. So now we're going to deliver it really soon. The books are coming day by day. It's almost coming, so comment quickly. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell button. Bye! So you could win all of these if you comment on all our videos, subscribe, and like all of our videos. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell button. Bye,
Bye everybody!